La li la la na na ayo nene nene tutti baby ayo
Like so many things in life, good things come as a result of pain and loss.
In 2001,
I went through the most devastating thing that's ever happened in my life and my family's, and that we lost a child. My daughter Brittany, who was in college, 19 years old, died unexpectedly. After Brittany died, I tried to think of some ways that would honor Brittany's life. So I decided to go and visit a little boy that Brittany had supported through Christian Children's Fund in Kenya. She did this over the last 3 years of her life. She took a job when she was 16 and sent $24 a month in to help this little boy Newton who lived in Kenya. Brittany always thought that one person could make a difference in the world. I went to Kenya, not really prepared for what I saw, and I came back with this desire, this passion to help the people there.
His first visit was to meet Newton, who was sponsored by her daughter Brittany. And then he also had contact with this hospital, and he came to see the hospital, and then the following year he came with a team of medical professionals.
We took off to Kenya in September of 2002. We began in our community to pull together in a small town in Alabama, and we planned ways that we could touch their community, just responding to the needs that we saw, like water, health care, education, and spiritual needs.
The only thing that I can say is just God to bless Americans and help them to help other people. Especially in Kenya here, we don't have people like who have the hearts like Americans. Now God have provided a way which they can help Kenyan people. And for that, I pray that they may also help others.
We've started an orphanage.
Total orphans who are hopeless, left at the mercy of maybe God, without food, without clothes, without access to education. Some are just wandering the villages, now have a home. They're well clothed, they're feeding, they're going to school, they have a hope for the future.
We don't want to bring the children to the U.S. We don't want to bring the U.S. to them. We just would like to see them have all the tools that are good so that they can even have, the best life possible, so that they can reach more people. Our goals over time are to teach them life skills that will enable them to go back into society and raise a family and contribute to their society. Now, because we've been faithful in the little things, God's opened that door, and we have a much bigger vision now. Rather than helping 2 orphans, Victor and Stancy, our little mustard seeds, we've been able to, now we're helping almost 100. So it's been necessary for us to go from the Brittany James Child Fund to something bigger, to Kenyarelief. We've started projects at the orphanage to help them become self-sufficient, like we started our own dairy farm, chicken house. We're starting goat projects with heifer project, bee projects. We are starting to train the older kids in skills that will allow them to raise a family and have a good life. We're meeting the health care needs of the children. We've also been able to reach out to the community by raising funds to finish some classrooms. We've done 3 water projects, piped water to some villages that were in really severe drought, unable to grow crops for their families, and now they have water right to the doorsteps.
It has caused this village to spring forth back to life, the village that was lulled, the village that was ravaged with HIV and AIDS, with many orphans and destitute children and widows. Today I can see a beehive of activities going on around, healthy children, happy children that have hope. It's all because of the effort of the team of Brittany James Child Fund. And we are so grateful. I think it's like rain after a long drought.
Welcome Brittany James Child Fund team. Welcome Brittany James Child Fund team. Welcome Brittany James Child Fund team to Marindi. Some people say that we don't know English, but we know. This is my head, this is my shoulder, this is my hand, these are my fingers, this is my stomach.
We've tried to work with their community. We find out what their needs are, and then we try and approach it like that. So one community, a well was not a good way to do it. So we piped water from the river, and it was piped. And the community, the other thing I think is neat is we don't just go in and put a well in. We require the community to do their part. So the entire community dug the trenches. We paid for the pipes. When we build the classroom, they build the bricks and we provide the cement. So you don't just give somebody something, you help them to take pride in what they're doing. Brittany James Child Fund and what's now become Kenyarelief is an all-around ministry. And I feel like, the best expression of my faith or our faith is to see that in action.
And I thank God that He's been able to find people in America willing to stand with Him, to share with Him in this vision, to reach out and bring out the philosophy of what, after all, can one person do.
When they see that somebody really cares about them, then they in turn begin to care about other people. And so even our children have become a family. I'd like to see people in America wake up, and realize that one of the reasons that we've been given so much is that because we need to give it back.
My prayer is that it continues to grow strong, continue to be focused, and continue to partner with people with the same vision who are willing to go along with them to help do more than they're doing right now.
I think Brittany, she'd be right in the thick of it if she was here. I'd have her, she'd be right out front, charging forward, doing more than her daddy's doing. Yeah.